Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And how about we check the numbers for Tyrese Maxey?
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Oh, look at the 76ers starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's George. And it's Barlow in at the 4-man position. And for the Hawks, the post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. Porzingis finds Rizachet. Just 5 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Porzingis can't hit. Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Daniels. Outside, George. From deep. That shot off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Here's Barlow, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Embiid with a screen on Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite 2-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And Embiid drops them both. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick, B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Yeah, try as they might, the defense can't stop Porzingis inside. He's too tall and too committed.
Now, here's Maxey. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket. No matter what D he's faced with, he averages about 31.5 points a game. George with the ball. Guarded by Rizachet. And he dunks it down.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
Outside, George. Outside, Maxey. High post, Embiid. Porzingis with the block.
The unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Daniels kicks to Johnson. Outside, Daniels. And Embiid with the block. Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Daniels. Maxey with the screen on Daniels. Edgecombe with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And he makes that one.
If the possession ends with a shot in close, you've done something right.
Out to the wing. Bounce pass from Rizachet. Pass to Porzingis. good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I'd keep going to that until they stop it.
Maxey, that's a two-pointer. Porzingis with the block. Now, Alexander Walker. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Pass to Edgecombe. Now, here's Maxey, defended by Alexander Walker. Maxey deciding where to go with it. Three-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Plastered to the shooter.
Pass to Rizachet. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Nice play. Porzingis, such a good finisher in the two-man game.
The 76ers trail by 5. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And the three off target. Hawks have gone 7-9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
7'2", 240 pounds. Porzingis is a nightmare matchup for defenders.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
Now, Rizachet after the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. Porzingis sets the pick for Johnson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Maxey passes to Edwards. Back to Grimes. They need this one. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Atlanta leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. That one good for 2. Porzingis has got 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, "We still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something." Back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Alexander Walker finds Rizachet. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. Newell comes in for Jalen Johnson. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Rizachet. And Wallace subbed in for Daniels. For Atlanta, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Free throw drops for Newell. Well, Stan, the season's midway point is fast approaching. Is fatigue right now a consideration for these teams?
Well, if it is, Kevin, then that team's going to be in real trouble when we get to February or March. This is the time to be ramping up, not wearing down.
The Hawks leading by 9. To the inside, stolen by Walker. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Edwards. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Here's Drummond after the basket by Atlanta. Okongwu grabs the board. Wallace against McCain. Wallace kicks to Kennard. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's an 11-point Atlanta lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Drummond sets the screen for McCain. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Now let's step back and look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Hawks, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And the Hawks making a change here. Krejci's checked in. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 11-point game. Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Launches it. The shot missing. Edwards with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Pass to McCain. The kick out to Walker. Here's Grimes. Last game he had 10 points. Here's Drummond. Newell pulls it in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
There's the pick. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside. Newell's got 8.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to McCain. Inside, Embiid. Rebounded by the Hawks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Grimes. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. 5 points in the game.
That play is why Embiid's been an MVP. His skill, including passing at 7+ feet, is just ridiculous.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets
before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, we've got Jared McCain. Jabari Walker is out there with Edwards. Then there's Embiid, and it's Grimes in at the two-guard position. And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
Lock at 6. Here's Newell. And that one, good. Newell's got 14 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Embiid with the screen on Kennard. Grimes with the bucket.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get burned.
McCain against Wallace. Here's Newell.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Pass to Walker. And here's Edwards. Back to Walker. Here's McCain. Over Wallace. McCain's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard.
And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh. Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Atlanta making a switch here. Krejci's checked in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Pass to Grimes. McCain, a screen on Kennard. Grimes bounce pass. It's McCain on the wing. No scoring in this one.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Pass to Newell. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Well, this is what you love about Johnson. The all-around ability, that time running pick and roll and making the right decision.
McCain with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Pass to Krejci. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Newell. McCain defending. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, Kennard wasted no time firing back. That's the work of an elite three-point shooter.
Pass to Embiid. Over Okongwu. That one off the back iron and out.
Good O, better D. Sometimes it works out that way.
And here's Kennard. He's got 5. Here's Krejci. And McCain pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. And the shot goes in. Embiid's got 11 points.
Listen, it's a team sport. But without him, this deficit would be a lot bigger.
Outside Daniels. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Okongwu. Outside Daniels. Here's Alexander Walker. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now here's Edwards. Embiid with the screen on Porzingis. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Edwards. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Alexander Walker. McCain defending. Johnson for three. That's no good, and now he's missed two and made two. The 76ers trail by 19. Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Here's the three. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Come on, Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
Porzingis with a screen on McCain. Here's Porzingis. Shoots it. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, he's called the unicorn for a reason. Porzingis doing unicorn-type things tonight.
Now Daniels. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Pass to McCain. The three. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Porzingis. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. 19 points for Porzingis.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Pass to Grimes. Embiid the screen. Shot by Grimes. No good. The Hawks leading by 22. And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
Rizachet, he's checked in for the Hawks. And then for Philadelphia, Barlow's checked in, and it's Paul George in for Edwards. Atlanta making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Back to George. Lets it go with the three. Atlanta with the rebound. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Daniels with the bounce pass. Porzingis with a screen on Maxey. The shot's good. Rizachet's got his first points in this one.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Pass to Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To end the run. Gay with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Edgecombe with it. He had 22 points in the win against Indiana.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Gay misses.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Outside, George. Pass to Grimes. Maxey against Daniels. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Atlanta.
Here's Gay. Porzingis with a screen on George. Rizachet in the corner. Over Grimes. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Outside, Maxey. Over Daniels. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Gay. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. George passes to Barlow. Over Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's off on the first. Andre Drummond's checked in for Quentin Grimes. And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Daniels. And stolen by Maxey. Sweet little floater. Maxey's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks so much, Kristaps. You guys hold the lead. How do you evaluate your team's play in this first half?
I think we played pretty well. Defensively, we were helping each other. We were there in the right spots. Just the last couple of minutes of this second quarter, we kind of let them get to the basket and get in our paint and score easy buckets.
Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
The unicorn out there create magic. Shots are falling easy at 7 foot, whatever. I don't know how you stop him.
I guess. And as we turn our focus to the featured game, we had a couple of centers really. And that's all for us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The small and power forwards are Rizachet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Porzingis in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Kevin, back to you.
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Quinn Snyder entering his 3rd full season as head coach of the Hawks.
Well, before this, Quinn had a good 8-year run as coach of the Utah Jazz, which ended when he resigned. Most coaches have a tendency toward being fired instead, but he quickly moved on in Atlanta.
George finds Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that game against Chicago, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And George kicks to Maxey. Here's Barlow, covered by Johnson. Here's Embiid. Porzingis with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Daniels drops in the layup for 2. Daniels has got 13.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Edgecombe with the screen for Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Six to shoot. Over Porzingis. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And here's Daniels. Now here's Porzingis. From 6 away. Count that bucket. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Timeout called the 76ers. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, the defense has not been able to slow him down inside, and until they offer some sort of resistance, just keep feeding him the ball.
Pass to Maxey. Now Edgecombe. Ricochet with the steal. Ahead. Porzingis can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's Alexander Walker, defended by George. Outside Daniels. 4 on the shot clock. Over Maxey. Daniels, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run. Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Embiid, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Porzingis. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Maxey, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's the Hawks with the ball. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Alexander Walker finds Ricochet. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And this is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Ricochet. Floats one up. Barlow grabs the rebound. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Going inside. Now George. Here's Edgecombe. Out to the right wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, he's pressing right now, which can happen when you're trying to cut into a lead.
And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game, because Jalen Johnson can really play, and I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
Pass to Barlow. Embiid against Porzingis. And the basket by Embiid. Embiid's got 20.
Domination, plain and simple. Embiid isn't holding back and is giving the defense all he's got.
Rizachet with it. Now defended by Embiid. Outside Daniels. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. Rizachet. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists now tonight. Philadelphia has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Barlow. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Alexander Walker passes to Daniels. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Philadelphia shooting 43% from the field. Pass to Barlow. Now here's Embiid. Guarded by Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Maxey against Wallace. Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. And the Hawks with another 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Now Embiid. Here's Grimes. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 4 assists in the game. Maxey against Wallace. Here's Newell. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
It's McCain on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. Now Grimes. He's got 11. Embiid with a screen on Wallace. Pass to Embiid. Trains the three-pointer. Embiid's got 9 points here in the second half.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Krejci from outside the arc, and McCain pulls it down. Now here's Maxey. And here's Embiid. He's got 25. Pass to Edwards. Newell pulls it in. Newell's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Krejci. And here's Kennard. McCain defending. Just 5 to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Kennard's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Edwards brings the double team. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And now Philadelphia on the break. And here we go. And the dunk by Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Pass to Kennard. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Edwards brings the double team. Kennard finds Wallace. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Edwards. Philadelphia with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Kennard, the pass to Krejci. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Newell. No good with the triple. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Hawks ahead, delivering the blowout. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, we've got Walker. Jared McCain is out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Edwards. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Okongwu, the pass to Krejci. Takes the three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. It's McCain on the wing. Back to Edwards from downtown. Krejci with the rebound. Atlanta shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Out left to the wing. Here's Newell, guarded by Walker. Newell, good. Newell's got 22.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And they double up Embiid. Newell pulls it in. Newell's got 7 rebounds in the game. Wallace kicks to Kennard. Off target from outside. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Back to McCain. Pass to Grimes. Embiid the screen. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds in the game. Kennard the pass to Krejci. Wallace looking for an opening. Up top, Okongwu takes a 3. Krejci, no good. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Edwards. Embiid inside. Okongwu on him. Edwards can't hit. Edwards gone 2 of 5 from the floor. To the inside. Newell.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. The 76ers shooting 43% from the field. Edwards with the screen for McCain. And they call an illegal screen here. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world, so there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxi's checked in. Kennard kicks to Wallace. Hawks passing it around. 5 to shoot. And Djorcic gets it to go.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Maxey against Wallace. Embiid with a screen on Wallace. From deep, Maxey. It's good from long range.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
To the middle. Here's Gay. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Embiid, the pass to Grimes. Unloads from 9. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Here's Grimes. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Djorcic. McCain defending. Now here's Wallace. Pass to Djorcic. To the inside. Embiid with the steal. Grimes with it. Wallace on him. Grimes bounce pass. Embiid sets the pick for McCain. And here's Embiid. It's Grimes on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Krejci passes to Houston. Now here's Kennard. Pass to Houston. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Embiid. That one doesn't go. Now here's Kennard. He's guarded by Grimes. Okongwu against Walker. Pass to Houston. Kennard for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Grimes passes to George. Houston with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Krejci. Pass to Kennard. The Hawks again can't hit.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Down low and stolen by Okongwu. Here's Krejci, guarded by Walker. Here's Krejci. Kennard for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Embiid with a screen on Kennard. Maxey, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
That free throw, good from Kennard. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Both free throws good from Kennard.
And you know, Kennard is known for his shooting expertise, but his ability to handle the ball and create for others is very overlooked. Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay.
Maxey against Wallace. Pass to Kennard. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And the Hawks making a change here. Houston's checked in. George with the ball. For the three, buries the long-range jumper.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Wallace against Maxey. Pass to Kennard. To the left side wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Now Edgecombe. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, believe it or not, that's only his first turnover. Taking care of the ball.
Hawks have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. On the wing, Wallace. He's covered by Maxey. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. And here's George for three. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Wallace. Shot on the wing. Gay misses. The 76ers shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Embiid with the screen on Wallace. Maxey attacking. Okongwu grabs the board. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Here's Krejci. Pass to Gay. Edgecombe with the steal.
Yes, and with this one.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Krejci to the paint. Here's Okongwu. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Edgecombe. Bucket is good.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Pass to Kennard. Here's Gay. Now Kennard. Shot clock at 6. There's the three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. No good on the triple. Here's Krejci, and so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.